just wanna be her. For your mom to your pop to the beat to the bird, man. Cut right off on the curb like I'm Barry Sanders. Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so it's time to go. When the rain starts, I'ma let you know. Name a squad that is better though than my home team. We a pot of gold. I'm a dog. I'ma need a bone for my whole team. I'ma let it go like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, no. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want. I put so my frustration, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ride it. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound it surround me. I'm corrupted, flow cold and it's rugged, bumpy. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like what? And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like what? Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. Whole squad like yeah. And it feel like yeah. All day like yeah. All night like yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Kansas City Chiefs. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Yellow. Come on, Eddie. Yellow. Check tight. Hey, check back the line exit. Watch the screen.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Mahomes. He completes this one to Mack. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now Mahomes. And he will find his man on the outside. Give him the third down conversion. 5 yards on the play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it. Occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Campbell making the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. This a give to Mack running to the right. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a give right side. Dobbins. 9 good yards there on the run, and now 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Allen from the gun on third down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. 7-7, our score after one.
Mike 319. Mike 5-4. I'm here all day. Hey, Zoo.
Allen now on first down. Flush to his right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
Pass 85, pass 85. Hey, Haywood.
Allen gonna throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Nice job by Juan Thornhill there to get a hand in and break up the play.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is third and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. To punt on fourth down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a first and 10.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Allen on first and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Mike 54. Mike 54. All day, baby. All day. All day. All day.
Allen now looks to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. And got his man complete. 30, 20, 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 92 yards. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point safely through. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and it's 3rd down. Mahomes now to throw. Going for the deep ball. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ron Thornhill. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. This time, it results in an interception.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Evan Ingram, 27 yards. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down now, it's Mack, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack. Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it? It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Hey, Mike 7.
On second down and 4, Allen steps away to his left. And I think the ball's out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Alpha. What's that? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Regular. Mike 5-4.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, orbit.
To throw again, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
From the gun, it's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go. It's caught at the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Evan Ingram, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Point after up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because it really may be one completion away from giving their kicker a shot.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And going deep for Hill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Keep doing it.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll run the screen with Mack. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing now is Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. draws a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
Go, go.
On first down, Allen flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 47 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. The extra point up and good, and the lead will swell by one more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes, the Mississippi State man, Chris Jones with a sack there. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Campbell downfield. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Kenny Moore that time there on the coverage. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Allen throwing again. And he comes back with one complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen's throw is complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Throwing on first down is Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Mike 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. Rolling to his... And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. They'll go again here with Matt. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, You and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 17. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones, his second sack of the night. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So it just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Mahomes now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go right back to Mack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Hey, Haywood.
Allen going to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. We're back now in KC. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now here's Mahomes. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now Allen. Room to run past midfield. That's to his running back, complete. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. 1st down, and they're going to throw without it. Flush to his right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Yellow.
At the 22-yard line.
Check.
From the 22, Mahomes. Catch made here by Campbell. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Butker on for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. He's going to wind up and my goodness, another interception. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one...
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Take 4, take 4.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. 49, check 49.
On 3rd down, a run by Mack. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says? Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And here's Allen, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And now here is another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Watch the slats. Watch the slat. Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he'll square up and throw deep left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for KC. 42 yards. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
First and 10.
Hey, exit.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
From midfield, here's Allen. Gets this one to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27. So Allen's going to look to throw, eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Buzz. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go.
Throwing again. Allen. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going.
Alert. Hey, check 24.
Now Allen again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this when everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out.
I don't wanna be on the ground when the
Mm.